One cup in the street class has now been cleared. And now it's time for us to move on to our second cup, Street Twilights Cup. It's another 3-race cup, and then after that we've got the 5-race cup, that is the Street Rack Cup. So let's begin with the Street Twilights Cup. 3,700 credits if we can win, as we begin at Midwest Ranch 2. Don't need to read the description. You probably already know it by now. Let's go and get it on at Midwest Ranch 2. As I get a bump from behind. And already I get a power hit on Jack. Sally is currently the leader. However, I give her a nudge from behind. And I ultimately spin her out. Yeah, did I mention this car does not like dirt? As in, it absolutely hates racing on the dirt. And Frank has already wrecked. And I already get 2 slams. And I get spun round in the process. However, the time lost was very minimal. And I think I crashed out Jack. I think that was what happened there. And what do you know, Sophia is leading in the canyon, which I can clearly see is an imitation of the Dodge Ram 1500, judging by its shape and size. And she gets wrecked. That now gives me the race lead. And I make sure to lead lap 1. Because I cannot afford to go into the wheat fields if I want to win. Okay, come on. Let's keep this one moving. Looks like it's going to be a battle between me and Sophia. Unless Jack can get back into this. Okay. Now my car is fast. But because it's rear wheel drive, it's also very loose. We're very much battling side by side. And we force each other off into the wheat fields. However, I am able to retake the lead. For now. And here she comes again. And I land in the lake. However, she does not get away with it. As I deliver the power hit, and Katie has got a ton of damage on her ride. And Jack is now back at the front, as I would have expected. He quite literally is the best driver in the field, even the description says that. Fuck you, Ray. Do get past Sally. Fortunately, we do still have 1 lap to go. So still one more lap for me to make up for my errors from before. And we'll see how we go. I trip upon a bit of the fence. And Ray is right behind me again. Just gotta hold him off and then I should be fine. And oh shit, I might have gone a little too deep. Okay. It's alright, it's fine. We're still in this. We have not lost yet. I just really want to finish this race now. That's all I want. And Sally is out. These two are still battling. Sophia gets loose, that puts me back into second. Can I catch Jack? It's gonna be close, but we'll wait and see. I don't think I will. Oh, he runs wide. And Katie Jackson is out. So 2 DNFs in the end of that one. I get wrecked from behind. Jack nearly DNF'd. So, all in all, I think I probably deserved that win. Because I set the fastest lap by 3 seconds over Jack. So, yeah. So I win, Jack second, Sophia third, Jason fourth, Frank winds up finishing 5th, with Ray finishing 6th and last of the finishers. As both Katie and Sally racked out on the final lap. Sucks to suck, I guess. Anyway, 1 race down, 2 races to go. As I really had to work to come back and win that one. I definitely came in clutch with that one. Eventually. So 3 slams, 1 power hit, and 1 crash out in the end of that one. And I get a grand bonus for the fastest lap. Jack was the blast master, Frank was the best wrecker, and Sophia was the bulldozer. Cool and good. And now we move on to Desert Town and El Pueblo. Kind of had to adjust my throat there for a second. Sorry about that. Well, here we go. We're back at Desert Town once again. So on all my completed runs, I have now got 4 wins in a row with the Sparrowhawk. And because we're on tarmac, this should favour my car pretty well, is what me thinks. Once I manage to get through the carnage. Although some guys are doing worse than me at the moment when it comes to managing the carnage. And I can say that appropriately because I am not running last. I almost got a power hit on Jack. I think that's probably what that would have been had I hit him. But unfortunately, it did not come down to that. But it's fine. Because I am still in the middle of this battle. I can certainly say Sally has got a much more fragile car than what she has been driving up to this point in the game. Because she drove 2 4-wheel drives, and now she's driving the Road King. Which I'm pretty sure is based off of a Ford Mustang. If I know that shape and design enough. And I reset just behind Sophia, and I managed to lead lap 2. However, she slingshots right past me again, and pretty cleanly as well, I might add. She just did that to me on pure pace, and now she's rammed me off the road. Someone is trying to do the same thing, however, in spite of me getting loose, I do manage to save it. Looks like it might be 4 wins in a row for me and the Sparrowhawk. Looks like that's where the win streak could end, depending on what happens on the final lap. As we are now there. And the wrecks continue to mount up, so still pretty much anyone's game. In spite of me having an advantage, it's not necessarily done yet. But I seem to be leading pretty good for now. And that was a a barrel roll gone wrong, basically, is what that was. Oh, come on, keep it steady, keep it steady. Got a really bad run off the final corner, but I think I'm going to hold on. And I do. And Sally is out again. Or maybe she isn't. The game must have sent me a typo error. And Jason had the fastest lap in that one. So 2 out of 3 to me and the Sparrowhawk. Yeah, let's get our replay. I haven't done that yet. Again, took me a few restarts to get there, but eventually once the race really got going, that was when I really managed to go all out. And I also had some pretty solid pace out of this car as well. But yeah, we did a good job. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Road King is definitely based off of a Mustang, judging by its shape and size. I can tell it's definitely based off a pony car, to say the least. Or the pony car, I should say. Okay, that's good. So 2 out of 3 to me, and that is now 5 in a row for the Sparrowhawk. Now we just have 1 race to go. I know the win streak is not gonna last in this thing, but for now, we're currently doing good. And I only got 1 slam in that race. And no further rewards. A little bit poor on the payday, but that's fine, because I still lead the points. 2 wins out of 3. Are we going to get the sweep? We shall see. We have 1 tie for 5th that needs to be resolved, and it probably will be resolved. As this time we're heading to Motor Raceway. The route crosses the small lake over a couple of bridges and gives a clear view of the large hill which dominates all racing tracks in the area. Well, here we go. Driving around another racetrack. Let's see how long this takes. And it is 4 laps. Well, the track types may not have changed, but at least I can say they do, in some cases, make up for it with the different layouts you essentially get. Which I think is pretty good. And here comes Jack again. He now goes around the outside and I am in the wall. And 59.3 is the first lap I set. And Jack hits a cone. And I get a slam and a super flip on him. And I also managed to clip Sophia in the process as well. I clipped my 2 main rivals. Jason, by the way, is now in the lead. We'll see how we go. At this point, I would say I just need a good finish. And because I managed to keep finishing on the podium, I do seem to keep getting the good finishes where I need them. Which is partly the reason why I always manage to consistently beat the AI on points. They seem to be inconsistent, whereas I seem to be consistent. Consistency is what wins you championships. I've got 2 out of 3 wins. So even if we tie for even if we tie for first by me finishing 3rd, I'll technically still get the tiebreaker because I have more wins. If it comes down to that. But we'll wait and see. Because the AI are inconsistent when it comes to their finishing results. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Although nothing is guaranteed. I know that for sure. As we now begin to get through the final sector. of this lap. Looks like it is going to be 2 out of 3 wins to the Sparrowhawk. And I'll either score 28 or 26. Looks like I'm going to score 28. And there we go. Second place at Motor Raceway 1. As Jack in the end finished P6. So 2 wins out of 3. To me and the Sparrowhawk. My win streak ends at 5. Jason 3rd, Ray 4th, Sally 5th, Jack finished P6, followed by Frank in 7th, and KT was last. Not bad. Considering I always seem to consistently outscore the AI. That's pretty much the one thing I seem to do really well. Anyway, 900 credits with 5 slams, 1 power hit, and 1 super flip. Sophia gets 2 rewards, and Sally gets the other 2 rewards on the top drivers. However, still doesn't matter because we had 2 ties in the end of that cup. So 2 wins out of 3 to me. Sophia won race 3, giving her second. Jack, as a result of him dropping back again, finished P3 with 19. Then it was Jason 4th with 13, who won the tiebreaker with Ray, as a result of him finishing 3rd. We also had another tie between Sally and Frank. Sally got the better results over Frank in the end. And Katie finished 7th in the first race and then finished last in the other 2 races. Probably because she has the weakest car of all of us. But anyway, those were the points. 2 golds, 1 silver, and 3,700 credits in bonus money. And we have now unlocked Field Goal. These are definitely American football linebackers I see here. Well, defensive linebackers and probably also defensive tackles from what I can see. But yeah, there we go. So, 2 cup events down in the street class, and we still have another 8 to go. As our next one is Street Rack Cup. And then if we win that, we will unlock Speedway Left. So, Street Rack Cup is what we are doing next.
You love the